Top of the morning, fight fans. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunched Boxing News, and I have some new news, finally, concerning Vasily Lomachenko, George Kambosos. As promised, guys, better late than never. This is the fight prediction and keys of victory. So let's begin with the tale of the tape. Okay, Vasily Lomachenko is age 36, nice and seasoned compared to George Kambosos Jr., which is age 30. Height 5'6", Kambosos is 5'9", even though it doesn't look like that much of a height difference. Reach 65 inches for Vasily Lomachenko compared to 68 inches, okay? So he's up 3 inches in George Kambosos and reach. Record is 17-3. Compared to George Kambosos Jr. is 21-2. Okay, stance southpaw compared to an orthodox for George Kambosos, 65% knockout percentage for Vasily Lomachenko compared to the 48% knockout ratio for George Kambosos. One is from Kiev, Ukraine, and Vasily Lomachenko, and George Kambosos is from Australia. And let me counterpunch. Well, I've been looking at footage. That's why it took me a while, okay? I wanted to look at George Kambosos, his last few fights, because you're only good as your last fight, right? Some people are up and down, like Tyson Fury. But mostly, though, you're about the same. And what I notice about Vasily Lomachenko, he has a standard of foot movement. I think a lot of people have been, especially better fighters or younger, fresher fighters are better in dictating the foot speed, but it's still difficult and it's very impressive all the same. As compared to George Kambosos likes to, steadfast, use a good attack. He's a decent counterpuncher, but he's not fast as he thinks he is. Okay, he mentioned in the press conference that, hey, Lomachenko won't deal with his power or speed. Well, I think Lomachenko can deal with the speed. I'm not sure about the power, like I said before, but the speed definitely, because, in fact, I think Lomachenko's, I think his speed is still there. Even though I think, he is seasoned. He's 36 years of age. Or is he 37? Wait a minute. I might have got that wrong. I don't want to steer you guys in the wrong direction. So let's see. I think he's 37. Nonetheless, he is in his mid-30s. Okay. And he, of course, is looking to get out of the sport of boxing because this may be his last fight, especially if he loses. But can he beat Kambosos? The answer is yes. The keys of victory: keep moving forward, keep giving those brilliant pivots or whatever he can do now, because he's not as sharp and crisp as he used to be. Let's just face it. Vasily Lomachenko, was known for his dynamic movement and head movement in combinations. His pressure that he puts on you while doing all this at the same time. Now we have a person that, gives us a little bit of this. He's getting hit a lot more, like he did in the Jermaine Ortiz fight. Devin Haney, I think he beat Haney. I think, he did enough to beat Haney. But of course, he didn't just dominate Haney like he should have. He had his spots in there, and that was that. I think the same about Orlando Salido. So there you go. And that was a very long time ago. However, he should be able to beat Kambosos. However, Kambosos is a guy that will catch you off guard. And I think with the punches that Kambosos throws, I think he's looking for to knock you out or to knock you down. I think he's looking for one of those punches to land on Lomachenko to hurt him. Can they land? Yes. That's if Vasily Lomachenko hasn't got old overnight. And that's one of the main problems that I wonder. That's my worries about Lomachenko, is that Lomachenko may get nailed, okay? And the bad thing about getting slower as you get older, the slower you get, the more you get hit And the older you get, the longer it takes to heal from the damage that you took. So that's going to be a problem. Because I think Loma, he did take a long layoff. Maybe the ring rust may hurt him, even though Kambosos has fought Devin Haney twice, and Devin Haney clearly beat George Kambosos, okay? But styles make fights, because George Kambosos, and this is the reason I wanted to see this fight, he likes to scrap it up, and I think Lomachenko does at times because he can't help it. He applies too much pressure not to get hit at times, okay? So maybe he may stay in that zone, in the matrix, a little bit too long, and then he may get a good left hook and an overhand from George Kambosos. And if the power is there like Kambosos claims, it could be a problem for Lomachenko, because we've seen him go down before. Linares was able to do it. And Linares, I think, is quicker than Kambosos. So I think looking at this fight, I think Kambosos wants to come there and mix it up. And it may be a Jaime Munguia versus Canelo Alvarez type fight. Vasily may come in there and just give him a boxing clinic. That may happen. Because one thing about Vasily Lomachenko is going to finish you if he can. And if he's up against Kambosos wants to stay in the pocket and slug it out with any doubt. He likes to do it. So he is an exciting fighter. And that's going to be the tell-all in this fight. When Vasily Lomachenko opens up on Kambosos and Kambosos come to counter, will Vasily Lomachenko be fresh enough, sharp enough to move the hell out of the way from those punches, those counters, those catch and shoots, those punches that Kambosos throws, instinctively when someone gets that close? Because that Kambosos will do that. We've seen him in the Lopez fight, and he showed us all, like, hey, I can scrap with the best of them. And Tio beat Loma, right? So now we have Loma versus Kambosos with their styles colliding into each other. If Vasily Lomachenko has not lost a step, he should win. But can he get caught? Of course he can, because I see any fighter like Vasily Lomachenko that's been in boxing as long as he has, is the wear and tear is real. Father time is real. All those things are real when you're dealing with fight after fight after fight, the extensive training, the amateur career that Loma had. It may be, and now he's already talking about retiring. None of that's a good sign for Loma. Okay, do I expect him to win? I do expect him to win, but don't sleep on Kambosos, because Kambosos, I think he's here to fight. He's always hyping up a fight like he did tonight. Bars. But if I'm Kambosos, the keys to victory is to back Loma up, because he does not like fighting backwards. He doesn't. Okay, I think that's where Usyk has him, because Usyk can punch you going back. I don't think Loma likes that at all. You know what I mean? And if Kambosos can do that with his repertoire of attack, he may be able to change the tide and win some rounds. But I think Kambosos, the way he's talking, if he's not all cap, he's trying to take Lomachenko out, and he wants to be the first to stop Lomachenko. And if he does that, he'll be known, first as the emperor, and then second as the Kingslayer. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of this breakdown prediction. I think Loma will win. I think Loma, if he still has it, if he doesn't, Kambosos can come with an upset. But if Kambosos beats Loma, it will be an upset. Will it be a huge one? No. But nonetheless, it will be an upset. You guys tell me what you think. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!